So students, we are back again, and this time by a popular choice I'm going to take a interview of a candidate who has come for preparation for NDA SSB, and this candidate was a little raw, though he had appeared in his SSB once and he got conferenced out, and there were a few areas where he needed to improve. Now through this interview you will come to know which are the areas that he was weak in and how did he succeed in improving. So watch the full interview till the end, and at the end, once the interview is over and the candidate moves out of the office, then I will tell you all which are the areas in which he needs to improve, and then how to do it, which will be covered in the subsequent videos. And of course the whole interview is going to be based on PIQ, which is Personal Information Questionnaire. So what is PIQ? I'm sure I've already seen some students putting their comments in the last video of mine, which was on command task, that they needed to fill PIQ form properly, and they are so correct, because if you don't fill in your PIQ form properly, the interviewer get misled that which section the candidate is good at. For example, is he good in studies, or he's also good in hobbies part, or he's also good in sports, or he's good in sports and extracurricular activities. So the moment we fill in our PIQ form properly, we give a picture to the interviewer in advance before even we enter the interviewer's room, because most of the interview, as you all know, or those of you who do not know, will realize that most of the interview is based on Personal Information Questionnaire, called PIQ in short. And therefore in my next video, immediately after covering this interview video, I'll talk about how to fill PIQ properly. So let's see the interview. Okay, come in, Raghav.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Raghav. Have a seat. So Raghav, I learned from your PIQ that you're from Ratlam.
Yes, sir.
So tell me something about Ratlam.
So basically, Ratlam is famous for sari, sona, that is gold.
I'm wearing the mask, so you can remove the mask if you like.
So Ratlam is famous for saris, gold, and namkeen, that is especially same.
Okay.
And there are many places nearby that we can visit, and good sceneries also are there.
Yeah.
And it is a small town.
Okay.
So
Tell me, apart from being famous, tell me something which is there of historic importance.
there is a mahal
Okay.
in which Raja Ratan Singh used to live.
Very good. Very good. So, having known a little about Ratlam, let's begin with your education. So, tell me all about your education, starting from 9th standard. Which school did you study in? And tell me about your preparation for your 10th standard. How did your school help in preparation towards your 10th board? Also, tell me difficulties that you faced in preparation towards your board examination of 10th, and how did you overcome them? Tell me what all activities you were doing during your 9th and 10th class, and which activities did you add or drop in your 11th and 12th class. Tell me also about your preparation for 12th board. What were the difficulties that you faced in 12th board, and how did you overcome them? Tell me what was the result of 10th and 12th board, which all competitive examinations you appeared in, and what was the preparation for those competitive examinations, even cover the NDA part, and tell me what was the result. You may begin.
So starting from class 9, I studied in Sikha school in Indore. It was a good school.
Okay.
And as class 9th is a bit tough for all the students, so during examination time, school teachers used to take our weekly tests, and I bought sample papers and I solved them.
Okay.
And there was also 2 pre-final exams. So
So were you able to finish your syllabus well before to solve the question papers, or when did this all happen?
No, sir, I was able to complete my syllabus before solving sample papers.
Okay.
And I got 8.8 CGPA.
Okay.
And in class 10th, my father was transferred to Ratlam, so I changed school
Okay.
to Science International Academy.
Okay.
And well, as my batch was the first to give the board examination, so there was a hesitation like what will they ask in boards. So I joined coaching for science and maths, and I was weak in social science, and my class teacher was social science teacher. So after school I used to ask her my doubts every week,
Okay.
and this helped me prepare. And I also solved sample papers for class 10th also, and they also took our pre-board exams 3 times.
3 times.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, that's good. So tell me, was there an improvement in these 3 examinations, or you remain steady with a study score during pre-board examinations?
No, sir, there was an increase in my percentage because as they had to take 3 pre-board exams, so they started like 3 or 4 months before the board exams were scheduled. So at first time I was not able to finish my syllabus, but later too I finished my syllabus completely and I was able to do good.
And what about your percentage in your 10th board?
Sir, I scored 89.6 percentage.
So were you happy with your percentage, or did it leave some dissatisfaction? And then what did you do for your 11th and 12th board? And also tell me about the activities that you missed out.
Sir, I was quite satisfied with my percentage because I was never very much interested in studies. I would rather play football or
Okay.
go out with my friends.
Okay.
And in class 11th, as the school in which I studied in class 10th, the 11th and 12th faculties were not that good.
Okay.
So I asked my friends and they told me that Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Academy had good faculties for 11th and 12th class. So I joined that school.
Okay.
And in class 10th, there was...
So tell me, you joined a new school in 11th and 12th. So what were the problems that you faced? Because you must have missed the friends in your old school. There must be new teachers, new accent, new way of teaching. So tell me all about it.
Sir, in class 11th, I found means I made new friends.
Okay.
So they were quite helpful to me.
Okay.
But and the faculty was not that good as people said. So there was a bit unsatisfaction in me and that they're not teaching that good. So I had to join coaching classes. And as after class 10, the duration of class 11th was also like 6 to 7 months. So in that I have to prepare all my syllabus and give my final exams. So I was not able to prepare that good, and also that I didn't get much time for self-study. So my percentage came down very much. It was about 55%.
In 11th?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I asked myself like why did my percentage go so down? Then I found the answer that I was not able to get time for self-study, as I make notes myself and I read a whole book of a subject, and I was not able to do that after coaching class and school. So and the school timing was also much like so I changed my school from, and this time from CBSE to MP board, St. Stephen's.
Somehow it looks to me, Raghav, that you cannot stick to a part of this globe for long. Huh? Is that so?
No, sir. My father also told me that my percentage never go down so much. So it was a mutual decision of me, my father and my mother, that to change the school. And in class 12th, the school duration was less and the subjects were lengthy and the course was very much. So I had to join coaching classes, but I read the books and prepared notes myself, and also gave pre-board examinations in schools and in coaching classes also. So in my class 12th, I was able to perform much good.
Okay. So, did you also increase your study time or reduce your sleeping time or something like that, or did you stop playing or what? Yeah.
Yes, sir. I stopped playing football.
Okay, okay.
I used to play with my friends and in school team also. I stopped playing football and I started studying in that time. So, like 2 to 3 hours more a day. So it made me score good percentages in class 12th.
Okay. So, what about the competitive exam? Did you give any competitive examination after 10th? Maybe quizzes, Olympiads, anything?
No, sir, I was not able to make place in the quiz team and the and debate team because I changed schools in 11th, 12th. So there were people all in the teams that didn't let me get in that team.
Okay.
So there was like partiality.
There were partiality. Okay. So tell me, who were partial? The students did not allow you to come up to the teacher, or the teacher overlooked you?
No, sir, like when they had asked me to give a speech on something or tested my GK, they were all good friends. So they didn't let me get in their team.
They were your good friends yet?
No, they all were good friends.
They together were good friends.
I was new to them.
Okay. And so whenever you gave a speech, the teacher overlooked it, or you were unable to present it before the teacher?
No, sir. In class 11th, the teachers were quite busy, so...
the selection was done by 12th class students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, say so.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Understood. So, tell me about various other competitive examination. You have given NDA also. You might have given JE or any other competition that you have given. So, what was your preparation? What were the difficulties that you faced, and how did you overcome them?
Sir, I was from quite young age. I was determined to go in armed forces.
Okay, that's
and
good.
I was not interested in engineering, or so I didn't give JE examination.
Okay.
And for my the NDA exam,
Yeah.
I started from preparing from beginning of class 12th.
Okay, beginning of, not from 11th.
No, sir. From beginning of class 12th, as 11th was.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, continue, please.
And as in NDA, there's polity, history, geography, so and physics and chemistry that covered in my class 12 syllabus itself, maths also, and my English, I like Ryan Martin grammatical book, so
Yeah.
I preferred it.
Mm-hmm.
And for polity and that, I used to look for lectures online.
Yes.
So that helped me in my preparation, and I cleared in after 12th.
In your very first attempt or in a second attempt?
In second attempt. The first attempt was when I was in class 12th.
Okay, and you could not clear your written examination then?
No, sir.
Okay, so you cleared your written examination in your second attempt.
Yes, sir.
And this is the first SSB that you've come in for.
Yes, sir.
So SSB is not a test according to you?
No, sir. This is second SSB. I was also shortlisted for technical entry scheme 44,
Yeah.
but I was screened out there.
Oh, you got screened out.
Yes,
So
sir.
tell me, what could have been the reason that you got screened out? What were the corrections that you made? And did you join a coaching? If so, how did this coaching help you that you can do better now this time?
Sir, as you know, in screening, you get PPDT.
Yes.
And I was not able to write a very much good story, and I was not able to participate that good in group discussion.
Okay.
And I joined RS Defense Academy.
Okay.
So
RS Defense Academy in Bhopal.
yes, sir.
Okay.
So there are daily lectures, and that helped me to build my confidence to speak in front of public.
Okay.
And my mentor, Mr. R.S. Rathore.
Mr. or Commander?
Sorry, Commander.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
Commander R.S. Rathore.
Yeah.
He gave tips for how to write a good story,
Okay.
and he covered all the topics, and it boosted my confidence, and I was able to do good.
You were able to do good.
Yes.
So now that you have nearly completed your course here for SSB preparation, are you much more confident than what you were when you went for your first SSB?
Yes, I am much more confident as my knowledge have increased.
Okay.
In many areas, the daily lectures helped me increase my knowledge very much,
Yeah.
and now I am more confident in speaking in front of people.
Yeah.
And
So you mean to say you did not prepare for lecturate and public speaking in your first attempt?
No, sir. There was no one to guide me.
Okay.
So I was not quite familiar with SSB at that time.
Okay.
But after joining coaching,
Mhm.
now I know what SSB is and how to tackle it in a good way.
Right. So you prepared lecturate on your own, or did you get some guidance through a book or through YouTube? Where did you get this guidance from?
So for lecturates, my mentor, Commander R.S. Rathore, wrote a
Okay.
book.
Yeah.
And in that book there are various topics.
Okay.
And there is amazing content. So
Okay.
I used to read it, and I also used to search on internet.
Okay.
And combining that content, I used to prepare my lecturate.
Okay. So that's a good part, because you did not rely only on book and also measured yourself up on the internet. So that was fantastic, Raghav. So let's come to your family now. I'm interested to know about your father's education, about your mother's, about your siblings' education, your father's occupation, whatever you know about your father's job, whatever you know about your mother's job, and also tell me about your friends in your school. Also tell me which activities did you engage most when you met each other. Tell me 2 qualities of your best friend that you like and you'd like to inculcate them in you.
So in my family there are 6 members including me.
Okay.
My father, my mother, my
Yeah.
grandparents,
Okay.
my younger sister,
Okay.
and me.
Okay.
My father is assistant manager in Canara Bank,
Yeah.
and my mother is lecturer in private college.
Okay.
My grandfather is a retired government teacher.
Yeah.
My grandmother is an advocate,
Okay.
and my younger sister is studying in class 6 right now.
Right.
And
Tell me about their jobs.
so my father is basically in a government bank, so he has he
Yes.
usually gets late in the bank, and there's much pressure on him.
Okay.
So
So are you perturbed that he comes late from bank?
yes, sir. He usually comes late and is also not able to give us much time.
Okay.
And my mother is a lecturer, so
Okay.
she devotes all maximum of her time in preparing her lectures for the next day.
So is it a good thing, or you think that they should give more time to the family?
No, sir, it is a good thing, as they are doing their jobs and they give us time on holidays. Like
Mhm.
every Sunday we go on like long drives, or we play cards or carom.
Okay.
So Sundays is like whole family time.
And what about your grandparents?
My grandparents, like my grandfather is also a pandit, and
Okay.
he is very knowledgeable about Sanskrit and Ved and Puran,
Right.
and he is a much motivating factor. He always keeps telling me, like, if you think you can do, you will do it. And my grandmother, she makes amazing laddus, basically.
Okay.
I love them.
So did she pack some laddus for you while you were doing your preparation in SSB?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So tell me about your friends. What all activities you engage in mostly when you are with them, and about your best friend. Yeah, I asked you that.
There is a like my friend circle is small. We are 6 friends,
Okay.
and my best friends are Manas and Brandon.
Okay.
Our house is also nearby, so we usually go on short walks in evening or in morning. We also go on trekking nearby and cycling to nearby villages. In lockdown, we covered all the villages nearby Ratlam by cycle.
And what did you find most interesting in those villages?
Like in city, I usually don't see how khet pe scarecrows, and in the morning there's like in villages everyone is much more friendly,
Yeah.
and kache makan.
Yeah. So, did seeing all this, were you inspired to tell them something so they could improve their way of life, or they could improve their earnings, or you could help somebody there in villages? Because you said you made several trips and almost covered all villages.
Yes, sir, but we did not interact with anybody there.
Okay.
As it was COVID time, so we were reluctant to go to anybody and speak to them.
But you were together, all of you. So, were you all
COVID free all the time, or were you thought only COVID is to people whom you don't know?
No, sir. We maintained our distance.
Okay.
But like in villages, there's not much awareness, so they don't wear mask, and
Yeah.
so that's why we were reluctant to go near them.
Okay, so let's take up an imaginary situation. If you were in a village and somebody needed some help, which is the kind of help that you would offer from your expertise?
Like what kind of help do they need? So
Think your expertise and how can you help them? So immediately what should come to your mind is, what are you good at? And then that is what you can teach them. That is where you can help them. So tell me.
like in school, we read about many farming practices.
Yeah.
So we can help. We can let them know about irrigation techniques.
Yeah, tell me something about it.
Like there are drip irrigation.
Very nice.
You set up pipes and water comes out slowly, like drop by drop. So
Okay.
the plants don't get dry, and also not much of water is wasted.
Okay.
And
Would you like to do just with water, or would you like to add some nutrition to the tank so that you don't have to waste fertilizer too?
yes, sir, that would be great. But I'm weak in chemistry, and but my friends are like, with the help of them and with help of Google, we will help them in that too.
Yeah, good. So now let's move on to the football that you played in your 9th, 10th, and let's see how much time you used to engage in football, and what level of expertise were you able to reach? Were there any achievements in football? And tell me also why you didn't pursue it further. Tell me about your extracurricular activities that you engaged in school or in your locality. Also tell me about your hobbies and interests. So which is your favorite pastime? And in that also let me know if you got a week's holiday, where would you like to go? And what all activities you would like to engage in that holiday?
Sir, in 9th and 10th, I played football about in the evening, about 3 to 4 hours.
Okay.
With my friends,
Okay.
and I also led my house team in 9th and 10th.
Yeah.
But we were not able to win.
Okay.
And in class 11th,
Tell me a reason for it. You're not able to win because of playing as a team, or because the other teams were better in skills and combined practice. What was the reason?
so the many persons of the other teams were used to go to club
Yes.
and were state players.
Okay.
So it was their coordination, and so they used to like, they were masters in those skills, and so we were not able to overcome them.
Yeah, continue.
And in class 11th, it was like the course was hard, and due to studies I have to leave football. I didn't play it further. And
So did you do any other physical exercises while you were away from football and yet you wanted to keep yourself fit? Anything that you engaged in?
yes, sir, I used to go for a run in the morning for about 30 minutes, and then I used to come and exercise for an hour.
Okay, so 1 hour, 30 minutes of exercise?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. So tell me, in 30 minutes, how much distance you used to cover or you used to walk in between?
So at starting I used to walk, because at that time I was not that much in stamina in me.
Okay.
But gradually I built up stamina, and I was able to cover 5 to 6 kilometers.
Very nice.
And
Yeah, tell me about your hobbies and interests and holiday.
yes, sir. My hobby is playing football, and I also like swimming.
Yes.
And I am interested in watching sports
Yes.
and movies. And my favorite pastime is like, I would search new skills on internet and try to copy them for football.
For football.
Yes, sir.
And who's your favorite player?
Neymar Jr.
Okay, very nice. And what do you like about him best? And if you were to compare between him, Neymar, and Messi, whom would you grade on top, and for what reason?
Sir, Neymar is my favorite because of his dribbling skills.
Okay.
His dribbling skills are amazing, and he always try new skills and masters them. But if I were to put compare between them, I will put Messi on top because he's a better player. His dribbling, he don't try new skills, but his present skills are so good that he can. He alone is enough to win a match.
Okay. So you think a match could be won by an individual in a team game?
No, sir, that is not possible.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that if many times you can see that we see that Messi dribbles across 5 to 6 players alone and scores a goal.
Okay. Yeah, we have seen that. So have you ever done something like that in your life?
No, sir, not that, but 2 to 3 players I have played.
So which position did you play in?
Sir, I was left winger.
You are left winger.
Yes.
Are you a lefty?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's very nice. Nice to know. And tell me about your hobbies and interest.
Sir, my hobby is playing football, and I'm interested in watching movies and watching sports.
Mm-hmm.
And in movies also, like detective type movies and sports movies.
Okay. So tell me name of favorite serial or movie which I can watch at your recommendation, and why?
So Sherlock Holmes, because you cannot predict what he can on a crime scene what he can come up with, and with little hints he builds up a theory which is right. So that is amazing, and I wish I had that intellectual skills.
Okay. Well, yeah, we can always do that as we keep learning and we keep going. Tell me about that holiday. 1 week holiday. Where would you like to spend, and what would you like to do there?
Well, I think a destination doesn't matter. I want to be with my family and friends.
Very nice. And what would you like to do with them? You're on a holiday. 1 week.
Like play games and go on trips nearby, and sharing our thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
And
I would say only 2 days are over now. Huh? 5 days are still left.
okay, then
Okay, tell me about your favorite holiday which you had with your family.
mm,
Okay, let's move on. So tell me, if you were to go out right now, out of this room and meet your friends who are doing SSB training here in RS Defence Select Academy Bhopal, and they ask you how has the interview gone, what would you tell them?
sir, I would tell them that I did my best,
Yeah.
but I can improve more.
Okay, so in which areas?
Like my communication skills.
Very good.
Like I switch between Hindi and English.
That's not a problem in SSB, so continue, but you should improve.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
And for interview,
Imagine that I was your friend sitting in the class and I say, oh, तुम्हारा interview हो गया? Tell me, how has the interview gone? Because you have already finished 15 days of training here in RS Defence Select Academy Bhopal. So tell me, they're going to ask you. Yeah.
yes, and I would so give me some time.
Yeah, you can take half a minute, 1 minute to think and tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
One is communication skills,
That's right.
and I think I need to introspect myself more.
Okay.
Like, and I'm not quite good at recalling past events which are not that great. So, like you asked about favorite family holiday,
Yeah.
I was not able to recall that.
Okay. Would you give it to some kind of stress because we are shooting a video?
No, sir, no.
It's not a stress?
No, sir.
Okay. So how could it happen that something good has happened to us and we can't recall it? Clearly there is an insight. God has given us this gift, and the gift is that we never remember the pain. You cannot recall when you had a pain, but you can always record or recall
No,
a
sir.
good thing which has happened.
Like, we have been on many picnics and holidays, so
Yes.
it is hard to recall which was best.
Okay, now you decide. Just pick one of them, any one of them.
When I was in class 8, we bought a new car,
Okay.
and we went to a trip to here in Indore. I'm not quite sure what the place was.
Right.
Patal Pani.
Right.
With कैनरा बैंक अपार्टमेंट में साथ में जो मेरे फ्रेंड्स और पापा के कॉलीग्स थे
Yes.
उनके
Yes.
साथ में हम लोग वहाँ पर गए थे
Okay.
और हमने वहाँ पर दिन गुजारा था वो बहुत अच्छा था.
Right.
Like, we
So, Raghav, it has been very nice talking to you, and I'm sure this interview has given you a nice practice for your real interview in your SSB.
Yes, sir.
In the class, I will also be telling you about the mistakes that you've done and how can you improve them. That will help you to do better in your real interview, and do continue your preparation for your SSB. So, when is your SSB?
Sir, it is on 26th December in Dehradun.
26 December in Dehradun.
Yes,
There's sufficient time now. Okay.
Yes.
Continue your preparation. Continue reading my blog on the Academy website, that is www.defenselect.com, and I'll keep posting new current affairs topics so that in case they ask you any current affair,
Yes, sir.
you will be able to answer them. Also continue your physical exercise because you are in a great shape, and I hope that you were able to do well in our GTO ground. Are you going to be there tomorrow for GTO practice?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so continue your practice
Yes.
so that you go more confidently and give us a good result this time.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Sure.
you, Raghav.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
We had seen an interview of Raghav Upadhyay. Let's analyze this candidate so that you can learn from the mistakes and not repeat the same which Raghav has done. Also learn that what we can do so that we are as good as Raghav. Okay. Now coming first to the initial questions, he was made comfortable, and thereafter we started asking him the rapid fire questions. You must have seen that initial a minute or so, Raghav was slightly hesitant, but then he opened out and he was able to answer. Though we must understand that his reasoning was not as good as the marks that he has secured in his 10th and 12th standard, which were very good, and I expected him to be having a reasoning of adequate level. However, we see that because of stress, at times he forgot certain questions. Though I did not directly tell him that he has forgotten the questions, but I did repeat the questions to him so that his stress level does not increase beyond a certain limit, so that he does not fail totally in the giving of the interview for the full duration. And now let's come to the EI. Certainly the candidate was lacking in the effective intelligence, wherein he was not too elaborate in enumerating the resources or the events that he had gone through to see that I could clear him in the EI. The candidate was not organized in his thought process, and therefore you must have seen that he was talking ad hoc and he was not able to talk in a very organized and systematic manner while answering the question.
And therefore, we see that in factor 1, where there are 4 OLQs, EI, RA, OA, and communication skills, I am just able to clear him in 2 OLQs, that is reasoning ability and communication skills. Coming to his factor 2, which contains of social adaptability, cooperation, and sense of responsibility, we see that his social adaptability was just about clearing, and this candidate, when in an unfamiliar situation like a new school, or always blames the other party that they were unable to accommodate him or recognize his skills, wherein this might actually have happened. However, if I had to clear him with adequate social adaptability, then he should have found a new way of circumventing these bad students. So I just cleared him social adaptability. Similarly, coming in cooperation, we find that he was unable to name any event at home or with friends or relatives where he had gone beyond the call of duty to be cooperative with them. However, we find no reason that he was not a liked member in his house or with his friends, and therefore he clears in cooperation too. Under sense of responsibility, though this candidate is very responsible in the field of sports, however, very early in life, this candidate had made an aim to be in the armed forces. He could not manage enough resources or organize himself adequately to clear his NDA exam in his first attempt. Similarly, he could not clear his service selection board in his first attempt. Coachings were available. He did not utilize them. Therefore, I just clear him in sense of responsibility because he had been able to utilize the resources towards achievement of his goal subsequently. However, I cannot clear him at adequate level. Coming to his factor 3, which is initiative, self-confidence, and speed of decision, ability to influence growth, and liveliness. Initiative, when we are talking about, he did take initiative, but at times those initiatives did not work out, and therefore I did clear him in initiative both in the field of sports and studies. However, the stress was not well managed by the student throughout his life, and we can see that in interview also. This candidate, though did smile at times at a little bit of joking when went through in the interview, but that was very occasional, and usually this candidate found it difficult to be fluent, though he was well aware that he can speak in Hindi whenever he gets stuck. However, the candidate was not fluent, he was not forthcoming, and he kept forgetting questions time and again, and therefore I was unable to clear him in self-confidence. Coming to speed of decision, the candidate gets stuck in simple questions like, please describe me a happy holiday in your life. And the stress was so unmanageable that I cannot clear him in speed of decisions also. Coming to ability to influence group, this candidate could not relate any event or any circumstances where he was able to come out of any situation where he could drive his team or get himself an adequate opportunity to represent his school in extracurricular activities or sports or even in studies. And therefore, coming to liveliness, I am just clearing him because when faced in a familiar field, he was able to put up a brave front, though he was under stress, and therefore he clears in liveliness. So we see in factor 3, he clears only in initiative and liveliness and is unable to clear in the self-confidence, speed of decision, and ability to influence growth. Now let's come to the last factor, and that is factor 4. The candidate has a good record of physical abilities. He has done well in sports and he has been consistent in remaining fit, and therefore when we see his academic field, the candidate has done well in the academic field also, and therefore
I clear him in determination, though with a remark that he is an inconsistent candidate. Courage wise, we find that this candidate is just about cleared in courage, where he do say that he has been in the outdoors and he has been to expeditions like cycling, etc. So I do clear him in courage adequately. But coming to mental stamina, that was his Waterloo. When I come in the next video and I explain to you how officer-like qualities are interrelated and how one quality affects the other quality, you will come to know that here the mental stamina was consistently hampering his other qualities like reasoning ability and self-confidence, and therefore this candidate, if is able to improve in mental stamina, I can assure you this candidate can clear the SSB. So my job here is just not to train him in the various tests in SSB. My job here is that I must tell him ways and motivate him enough to improve in mental stamina so that he clears in self-confidence and effective intelligence and goes on to clear his SSB. At present, I will keep him as a low borderliner who would find it difficult to clear SSB. Thank you, friends.